10-year legacy across 2 consoles, 48 tracks over 2 years. It was no surprise it was a bestseller for that long. As they say in most episodes of Hell's Kitchen, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And did Wave 6 finish strong? Is this final installment of tracks the send-off that Mario Kart needed? Or is it going to be a stain on this otherwise relatively flawless record? Let's find out in the best way I know how, in front of a live audience with 2 different tier lists. I have one for the racetracks, and one as always for the soundtrack. Nice of Peach to invite us to Italy, eh, Luigi? Because we're going all the way to Rome Avanti. What do you guys think of Rome Avanti? Wow, the Colosseum section. I sure hope we get to drive in that quite a lot, don't we? I sure hope, I feel like Rome is a victim of a new disease I'm coining. Wave 6-itis. In that, I feel like this would have been great if this came out like Wave 2. But for Wave 6, your only interesting set piece is going to be the Colosseum that we just drove past? That's going to be the only interesting set piece you have? And you expect me to be interested in that? Because the stage looks fine, right? It does look fine, but that's the issue. It just looks fine.
Are so overwhelmingly fine.
Like, what else am I supposed to take away from this other than the Colosseum? I will give them credit for this. I made a community post, and someone said one of the best things they ever did in this. You'll see in a second. Boom, zoom in, enhance. You see that gentleman over there? That's a rocky wrench. Not only is that a rocky wrench, that's a rocky wrench that has the old design from Super Mario Bros. 3. Someone told me that was like the reason why Rome Avanti was their favorite track. It's very nice that so everyone else can have like their one thing that really defines a track for them. Does it define it for me? Absolutely not. And I think its placement is going to reflect it. So we're going to go ahead and give Rome Avanti no strong feelings. I feel the same way about this as I do about New York Minute, in that it's not bad, but it's not good neither. So it's nice that it's nighttime, I guess. Isn't that cool? I love nighttime. Especially as a Londoner, you're on a lovely night. It's where I get to rob people because I'm black. Anyway, let's listen to the music, shall we? Is the music as nice? Ooh, that guitar sounds nice, doesn't it? Whoa. Don't you really feel like you're in Rome? It sounds Romey, doesn't it? You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think my favorite part about the music is just how wonderfully average you are. Does it sound pleasant? Sure. But there's nothing for me to latch onto. So let's go back a bit. Vancouver, the Iwi, right? Cooper Cape, goofy ass sound effects. Sunset Wilds, Hoot Nanny and a Hoedown. Moonview Highway. I don't need to explain why I like Moonview Highway. What does Rome Avanti have? I couldn't tell you, and as a result, we're just going to put in C and move right along. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Kind of underwhelming compared to other tour OSTs. Yeah, I would say so. That's how I feel. Spongy agrees as well. So does Rahobe. So it seems like I'm on the right side of history more so with this one. It sounds pleasant. Yeah, I do agree it sounds pleasant, but in my Mario Kart 8 in 2023, I think you have to do more than just sound pleasant. And it seems like I'm not rocking the boat too much with that take. Right about now, we are sailing on this high seas. We are sailing on the ocean of Midori. But we come across a new island. Can this new island bear good fruits? Hang on, what the hell? A Weebo? A Weebo's done it again! He done the tracks out of order! A Weebo? You got SNES spells? Oh no. That's it. Me and a Weebo are back in drama again. We just became friends again as well. And we're in big drama again. I need a new friend. Friendship ended with a Weebo. Silent Gaming Fish is our new best friend. Everyone say thank you to Silent Gaming Fish, because he does in fact have all the tracks in order. And as we're sailing across the seas of Midori, we make a crash course to the next track in Acorn Cup. What do we all think about Donkey Kong Mountain? Do you like the way I full named it there? Full named it Donkey Kong? What do we think about Donkey Kong Mountain? Is it still as good as it used to be? What do you think, gamers? Let me get your take before I do mine, shall we? WK Mountain, DK Mountwin, abso-fucking-lutely. We love Grumpy Mountain. It's pretty good, but worse, DK Summit. I love this track in 8 Deluxe. We love Donkey Kong. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Potential hot take number 1. I think DK Mountain has been utterly obliterated by the sands of time. It was a fantastic track in Double Dash. It was a great track in Wii. I just don't think it was a good fit for this game. And I'm going to explain to you very, very clearly. First start the track, where do we go? We go into a cannon. Now, let me ask you the question. Let me post the question to you. what do cannons actually do? What do they actually do? Now, in Mario Kart of old, cannons were actually very, very good. A lot of these like a cool set piece, right? In gameplay, they gave you a bit of immunity. You couldn't get hit by thunderbolts, you couldn't get hit by spiny shells, you couldn't get by anything. It was a moment for you to just chill and enjoy getting shot from a cannon in Airship Fortress, or shooting straight to the tree line in Maple Treeway. In Mario Kart, it decided to do a different tech, which I actually really, really liked, which was the cannons, you're no longer immune. You remember back in the past of Mario Kart 8, you'd get hit by a thunderbolt in a cannon, boom, you got screwed. Lakitu would slowly have to carry you all the way to the end. Oh, it was painful, wasn't it?
You never really knew when Zeus would strike and ruin your otherwise perfect game. This small change to how cannons worked added a little bit of extra thrill that I really enjoyed.
But as of the current update,
Getting hit by a lightning while gliding no longer makes you fall.
I think cannons have lost a lot of their spectacle just on the fact that we've seen cannons before. Cannons now just feel like it just feels like a really long glider section where you can't really move. I don't really think it has that same mystique or same spectacle as it used to. I just don't think the cannons really work that well. So, okay, the cannon is kind of lame. What else do you have? You have this, like, rocky road where you can do a couple of tricks. Now, in Double Dash, when the controls were quite slippery, having such a wide road that the only obstacles were just trying to wrestle with the controls, it was quite compelling. It was actually pretty good in that game. In this game, though, where the controls are really tight and responsive, and as modern Mario Kart has been, it doesn't really work, does it? And then on top of that, you get into the next section, which is this rock. Put your hand up for a second. Has this rock ever hit you? No, put your hand down. And I can see some of you putting your hands up. I'm expecting 0 hands to be raised. No hands at all. This rock has never hit you. I am thoroughly mediocre at Mario Kart, and this rock has never ever hit me. Why? Because it's too out the way. Why is it too out the way? Because in Double Dash, remember, the controls are really slippery. Having a rock even be a presence was a genuine threat. In modern Mario Kart, the controls are so tight, it doesn't work. So this rock is essentially a non-threat. Yeah, there's a second rock that comes up and just part here, and it is a threat because it's like directly in your path. But then you get the third rock. Third rock is barely on the fucking... It's like on the track for like a frame. And that's it. And then you get the bridge, which, hey, it might not be as deadly as the bridges of old. Ironically enough, the one part which people might get annoyed with, which is the bridge, the iconic bridge, I actually really like what they did with it. They made it like a wiggly so you can trick on it, but it still has that threat of if there's a heavyweight next to you, they can still bump you off a little. It's still got a bit of risk to it, but it's a bit more compelling than it used to be. I like what they did with the bridge, but the rest of the track, though, absolutely not. Is it still a fun track to play on? Yes. And if you personally enjoy playing on it, all the more power to you. I'm not saying this track is mid to take away your enjoyment. I'm saying this track is mid because I don't think it should have been in Wave 6. I think Dino Dino Jungle should have been in Wave 6, so that when they looked at this track in Mario Kart 9 or X, or whatever the leak said it was going to be called, they could have refined this track, maybe make this part like a bit more congested, add a few more hazards, make the rocks a bit more interesting, a hazard. You could have made what was a very good track in its debut game have its iconic status still. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it's just an imposter. And while it's still relatively fun to play on, so it escapes the bowels of D tier, I cannot leave it any higher than C. It's still more fun to play the Roma Vanti, but I'm assuming I'm only saying that because of nostalgia. Now, what do you think, guys? What do you think? It could be worse. They could have blocked off the sides of the bridge in Tour, like in Tour. I'm glad they didn't do that, at least. I'm glad they didn't do that. So you don't like it because the controls are too good for the course? Yes, I think the controls of the course don't really make the track worth playing. If you want another example where I said this, N64 Bowser's Castle. I think in Wii, where the controls are a lot more tighter, as an obstacle course, it does not work. In its original game, though, I think N64 Bowser's Castle was actually a really, really good track. I think I put it in B tier, which by Mario Kart 64 standards is actually really, really good. It's probably top 4 even. But in Wii, I just don't think the modernity of the controls lends itself to the game design. And I think it's the same with Donkey Kong Mountain. They should have made the volcano erupt. What, and turn it into Grumble Volcano, me? I see what you're doing. You can call this a canon event. But is the music any good? Are we going to complain about the music? guys are hurting my feelings. Listen, you guys know the rules here. You guys know how the rules work. I can shit on your childhood. You can't shit on mine, okay? So seeing you guys go, ZZZZ, this is weak, Jungle MP3, I don't feel amped, it's alright. No guys, it's the best track ever made. We love Donkey Kong. Yeah! I love it! It's my favorite! Is what I wish I could say, but no, you can also stay here. Gamers, F's in the comments for what could have been an iconic remake of a fantastic track, and it's just left in the middling zone. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but let's continue sailing the seas of Midori. We crash land on the next course. Is Daisy Circuit finally gonna make this wave worth it? Don't look at me, look at the track. It looks nice, doesn't it? It looks nice. What else do you want me to say? Stop pointing the camera to me! Look at the track! It looks nice! Doesn't it look nice? What? You wanted me to say more? You know what, Daisy Circuit fans? I will give you this. I will give you this. The track looks nice. It probably is my favorite circuit track. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Is what I would say if Royal Raceway didn't exist, but, you know. Daisy stands, stay losing. Let's listen to the music. Oh, okay. Oh, that flute. Oh my god, hang on. Oh, do you feel it, gamers? Do you feel it? And the way the flute comes in here. Accordion, man. And the flute, the combo. Although Daisy Circus stands, you're not in the clear just yet, guys. You're not in the clear just yet. Listen to the ending bit here. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna be honest. If we're comparing that ending bit to the OG's ending bit, where the accordion goes... Why didn't they have that bit? Yeah, why didn't they have that bit in the ending? I would have loved it if I heard a 8 rendition of this bit. But then it just feels like you guys don't know what you're doing for the loop. It sounds fine! I was really hoping to hear this bit. You bring shame upon your family. You're still B tier, don't get me wrong. But if you expected me to almost do it, shut up. All right, you're staying here. You're staying here, and you're gonna eat your vegetables. Okay, you're gonna eat your vegetables, especially your sprouts. You need to grow. You need to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to set sail in the Sea of Midori. While we're sailing across the Sea of Midori, our boat crashes, and we end up in Piranha Plant Cove. Wow. Wow. What, you want me to say something again? What, like I'm some commentary man? Like I'm some funny man? All jokes aside, this is the track I spent the most amount of time playing because I genuinely just didn't know how I felt about it. I saw many people saying it was good. I saw many people saying it was mid. So there wasn't really a general consensus out there. And I think after careful deliberation and much playing, I think I've come to the conclusion that I am on the mid side of history. Does the stage look nice? Yes, but say it with me, guys. Let's do it together. You can say that about almost all the tracks in Mario Kart 8. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. There are 2 tracks in this game that predominantly take place underwater. And when it comes to Piranha Plant Cove versus Dolphin Shoals, it's fair to say I'm a Shoals enjoyer. Could you tell from all the fan art I have back here? I don't know if you could. So, we continue our sail along the Sea of Midori with yet another sea tier. Was this supposed to be the best wave ever, guys? Was this supposed to be the best wave ever? I don't know. I don't know. Can the music save it? Change the world with the power of wonder. Mysterious transformations. Choose your badge. Wonder flowers switch up the way you play. I get absolutely fucking nothing from this, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get absolutely fuck all, bruv. What am I supposed to say? I get nothing. I get nothing. This is fire on mute, bro. I'm telling you. This is fire on mute, man. What do you mean, what am I yapping? I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything. Really? Yes. You tell me. True. See, I can always rely on bird facts coming in clutch. It's literally not that bad. Yeah, but it's not good. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, you're right. It's not that bad, so it deserves to go up here. Is that how it works in your bizarro circus land of music? The reason I'm putting in D tier, now normally, like, tracks have to offend me in some way for me to put in D tier. When I was playing Mario Kart 8 on my own, just, like, playing the tracks and, you know, watching videos in the background, this is the only time where I'm like, do you know what, I could just listen to my YouTube video. I don't even have to analyze the music here. I could just listen to the video I'm watching. I don't even have to bother. This is just so nothing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to set sail across the Sea of Misery, and we finally land in Spain, in Madrid. Drive! Is this finally where Wave 6 starts to get good? Is it finally the case? What do we think about Madrid Drive? Now, I've said this before when it came to Athens Dash, and I think it bears repeating. When it comes to Tour City tracks, or more specifically section tracks, you don't have as much time to leave an impression on the player. So you're going to want to make sure that if your set pieces aren't anything mind-boggling, they're at least interesting, they're unique, they capture you. Now, if I was to pause this right now, maybe mostly describe Madrid Drive. You pass by a sleeping Wiggler, shopping centre, museum, Wigglers Awake, and then football stadium. I've probably missed a set piece or two. But the fact that I can remember all of those is indicative of, hey, the track's left enough of an impression on me, right? You doing that means you're on the right track, you know? You're on the right track if you're doing enough to leave an impression. I quite like that. I don't like this, though. We talked about this, Nintendo. Blind jumps? Blind jumps? This one isn't egregious because, again, you leave a wide breadth. But you gotta stop doing those blind jumps, Nintendo, okay? They're not very fun. It's just, again, it's probably one of the better city tracks. Does it do anything mind-boggling? Does it do anything phenomenal? Not particularly, I would say. Ooh, nearly. Hey, referee, he went off the track. Oh my God! Off the track. You're supposed to pull him back. Isn't it so cool that they made an entire theme for the museum, despite the fact that you're in there for 2 seconds? Wasn't that so cool of them? They didn't even have to do that. Well, they broke out the guy on the harpsichord. They took him out of the dungeon to play 1 second of music. I just think it's cool. Wey, a la Madrid. A la Madrid. Muchas gracias, afición. Este paso para nosotros. Sí! Solid choice. But yeah, Madrid Drive is just fun. It's on the best end of tour tracks. You're either B for being on the best end of tour tracks, or C for being in the mid end. And Madrid is B. But let's hear the music, shall we? Oh. Oh, me encanta! Hala Madrid! Oh, and the loop. Take nose from. Bum, 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 bum. I love this. This is fantastic. And unlike Rome with its music, it actually fits Madrid very, very perfectly. It's got I know it's an instrument, it's a percussion thing that you clap with your hands, right? Or castanets, did someone say castanets? It's got the Spanish guitar, it's got the strings, it's got fucking everything you need. If you went to a whole stadium chanting this, I think that's the last thing you hear before you die. How would I feel if the last track I played before I died was Rosalina's Ice World? As you guys all know, I wasn't really too big on this in 3DS. In Mario Kart 7, I gave it a D tier. I wasn't a fan of Rosalina's Ice World. Has the Booster Course Pass version done anything to win me over? Now see, I'm kind of torn with this. Do I put it in D tier because I still think it's as mid as it always was? Or do I put it in C tier because it doesn't annoy me as much as it used to? Now, if you're wondering game design-wise, there's one thing that this track does that really fucking pisses me off, right? Let me show you. The beginning turn is as fun as it always is, but look at this, right? This section here. It's this section here where you can choose, hey, you do a trick, you go into this top section, or obviously there's a bottom section where you're underwater. Now, in the second lap, the choice is taken away from you. You basically are forced to go to the bottom, unless you have a mushroom, and then you can stay on the top lane. But to which I say, to what end? In Yoshi's Circuit, in the original incarnation, when you took a mushroom to get to the bottom, the tunnel section, it felt cool because you were like, whoa, I'm in a tunnel now. You're like, what, that's crazy. I'm in like a new part of the map. I get a double item and it's like confined so I can like green shot the guy in front of me. What does this do? Like, yeah, I took the top path, but then what? Now, this is the part where somebody comes in and says, but Musty, the top path is actually faster, to which I say, I don't care. It just doesn't really matter that. As in, they haven't really done a good job like making it feel like it's fast, because if a top section is supposed to be fast, like if we're doing Sonic the Hedgehog rules where the top path is faster, why is it not telegraphed to me as the player? The top path just doesn't feel like it's faster. So if the whole idea is, hey, you can take the top path, we're going to tease the faster top path, but then in the second lap we take the decision away from you, so if you want to go up here you can take a mushroom, haha, wink nudge. Why would I want to though? There's nothing in me as the player to be like, oh, I really want to save this mushroom so I can take the top path. They don't really convey that. And for such a, like, cool gimmick, or at least in principle it could be a cool gimmick, which is showcasing a path to the player which they're forced to use an item to get to the next lap, they do nothing with it, which is really annoying on a game design front. I love how I gave you, like, a thesis as to why I hate this track, and yet I'm still getting hit with the ice track allegations. Do you know what? Call your lawyer, okay? I don't want to talk to you. Again, you know, I'll let you decide. Do you know, I'll let you decide. Do I put in D because it's still as mid as it used to be? Or it still offends me? Or do I put in C because it's just fucking C? What do I do? I care about this track so little that I just don't care anymore. I'm seeing more Ds than Cs, so you know what? Away with you, Rosalina's Ice Fall. Don't ever come back. What do you guys think? Give it a chance in the spotlight because it wasn't going to be remade anytime soon. So let it exist and let it fade into obscurity. You know, Death Fight, pretty lit. You really just get a decent lead on everyone else, but it's really not all that. Yeah, again, it doesn't do a good job conveying to the player, hey, this path is faster now. And they should have done that if they were going to make it interesting. Rosaline's Ice Wall is an interesting one for me. The original song has a deep, almost haunting piano. And I think it works for the atmosphere. The new song has a piano to it too, but I think it just doesn't have the same resonance as the original. Now, notice I didn't mention the track because I said the track itself is fine. Is he right about that piano? That piano does sound nice, but I think it's as Fact said, like, it doesn't sound... Just listen to the originals one. There was something about the drum as well that was really catchy that this version I feel like is kind of missing. Like, the drum in this one is actually quite nice, but the low piano, it's haunting, isn't it? So I feel like they missed the beat. Sorry, they missed the beat. That's intentional. They missed the beat a little when it came to the piano in the new version. But I do like this ending bit here in comparison to the original. Specifically, like, there's like a distorted bell which really hits my ears the right way. You can hear it here. I just really like that way that sounds. And the slight vibrato on some of the notes too. So I like the way the piano sounds in this one, but I like the way this bit sounds in this version. So overall, it's just... Was this supposed to be the best wave ever, guys? Was this supposed to be the best wave ever? Lord have mercy on my soul. I wonder if the last two tracks are going to be so good they save the entire wave. There's no way that could happen. I want to formally apologize Nintendo for doubting them. SNES? Bowser Castle 3. Gamers. Where were you when Nintendo decided, hey, do you know what? SNES tracks don't have to just be flat anymore. Where were you when they decided to do that? Because Lord knows I know I was. What the hell? It goes up? Look at it, it goes up? Crazy technology, I've never seen this before. Crazy stuff. I just love, Man, I'm gonna gush. I'm gonna gush about this track. Hang on. Let me get the original up, right? I think they did everything they could to like take what the original did and like modernize it in such a perfect way. Kind of short. It's a short section, you know, because they, you know, again, in hardware limitations, they can't really do much with it. So what do they do in this one? They make it long. They make each path really long. Like in the same way that in the SNES version, right? There's a correct path. You can't just go left here. So in the 8 Deluxe version, they're like, hey, you can just go left over all the way at the end there. But there's like a gate. You see the gated floor there? It's because fire can come up. So you can take the shortest path possible in the same way you could in the original, but it's not always what you want to do. Again, what does it guys say the word? Risk reward. I love it. We love risk reward, don't we? We also love going for a swim in the lava as well. I mean, his name is Silent Gaming Fish after all, so. And then again, the turn they made here, a very nice and simple use of anti-grav. It's just a simple U-turn with an anti-grav post if you're going to take a bit of a wider turn. Very, very simple use of anti-grav, but I really, really love it. A thwomp that's a little out of the way, but again, in the chaos of a Mario Kart match, you can be caused to go there every now and again. And again, these thwomps, these are probably the smartest positioned thwomps in all of Mario Kart. Why is that? This is probably one of the rare instances in all of Mario Kart where you would want to take a wider turn. Why would you want to take a wider turn? It's so that you can position yourself better to get on top of these pillars, so you can like speed up them because they're obviously faster, aren't they? And you get an item. So this is one of the rare instances where you'd want to take a wider turn to maybe align yourself a bit better, and they've got thwomps there that you have to account for. So you might have to take an inner turn, which, I mean, he does it quite well. He takes the inner turn and goes on top because he's a gamer. Silent Gaming Fish is really a gamer, and I'm secretly not. But I really, really, really like that. I just really, really, really like that. And another clever use of thwomps here, it's not the thwomps going down that's the threat anymore. It's the thwomps going up. I don't think there's a single track in the entire series that's ever done that. And it's such a simple thing, but I think it's really, really clever and shows to the game design chops that Nintendo has when they're on their A-Day. When they're on their A-Day? I said A-Game and Heyday, and I mixed them up. But I just think it's such a... The tweaks are so tiny, but it really just does everything that you'd want in a modern reincarnation of a SNES track. And for that, I'm going to give it the highest honor it possibly can. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, some good fucking food, huh? Finally! Can we have a theme that matches the tempo? Again, the drums just going really rapid, where when the main guy is going, you've got his guitar buddies in the background as well. One more wow in the background. And then all of them come together. Seymour, the house is on fire. Oh man, what an expertly done track. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, it's where the whole wave is saved now. Can they stick the landing? That's the question. Can they stick the landing? There's no way they also bring back the best Rainbow Road in all of existence. I'm sorry for ever doubting you, Nintendo. I'm very, very sorry. What do you want me to say about Wii Rainbow Road that we haven't said for the last fucking 15 years of existence? It fuses the two aspects of all I ever want a Rainbow Road to be, which is tough and spectacular. I want it to be a spectacle like I've never seen before, and Lord knows this track has it in absolute spades. The rainbow, the star bits, the unique cannon shot they have, the half pipes they added as well. Like they had to bring them back. Oh, but what do you want me to say? You got the earth falling animation that made a return as well. They added that nice little thematic touch. Oh man, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? I think Glide literally said it's the perfect track, and like 15 years later, it still holds up. They didn't need to do anything with this track. In the same way, I wish they did more with DK Mountain. They didn't need to do anything with this. They just didn't. And it deserves the highest honor of all. We're just gonna watch this now, by the way. We're just gonna watch this. Let's just... The people are crying. The people are calling for it. You can no longer say I'm not a man of the people. You can't say that, gamers. It's on another planet of perfection. Do you know what I am gonna say, though, gamers? Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes, gamers. Oh, just do the bit, gamers. Do the bit. Again, they just didn't need to do anything with it. Seymour, the houses on rainbows!
We need a mistrust for the music mostly, please.
Gamers, you asked, and I delivered. So what is that, gamers? A whole bunch of mids with 2 good tracks at the end. Wow, best wave still? Best wave, guys? Best wave? Really? Really? You think so? Lord have mercy on my soul. Overall, I'm making fun, but like, they brought back easily the biggest fan favorite track of all time, and then they gave us a teaser as to what SNES tracks could be. So all in all, even though a good bunch of the tracks were just kind of like, I still think this wave ended it solidly enough, I would say. Solidly enough. I wish they did a bit more. I wish there was at least one more, like, one up here. Maybe there's like a chip on the wing, or one of the landing gear wheels fell off. But all in all, they landed. They landed the plane. They didn't land with Riz. They just landed. So, good job, Wave 6, for landing. Well done. Well done, Wave 6. Well done. No, sorry, my bad. Hold the applause. Hold the applause, guys. Hold the applause. Daisy Circus should be out just because Sanji said it, guys. There we have it.
Evil sir must he be like.
Those were my takes. What about yours? All right, what is going on here? Top of A. The reason why I'm not a fan
that's
of
a lot of
90%
words.
tracks.
Too bad I'm not reading them.
The sin of putting Piranha Plant Cove in S tier. Please explain this to me. Please explain. How you doing, Kuz? You doing good? You doing great?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, fantastic. As am I. As am I. I was, anyway. I was, until you know what you did. You know exactly what you did. My whole day is ruined. I was about to go to Disneyland. I was going to go to the beach. I was going to get a tan. I'm not actually black. It's just the one big elaborate tan. I have to get it topped up.
Will you ever forgive me?
And you've made the cardinal sin of disagreeing with Sir Misty. Cove in S is one hell of a shout. And I need you to like give me like something of an explanation.
I'm coming from like the perspective of, because I'm a dirty Tor player, so I view it as
the Tor refugees are very much welcome in my community. To make it very clear, okay? The borders are open for you guys, but continue.
Why, thank you. So I also view Cove as like a retro track, and I'm partial to the improvements that it made slightly.
So you're more looking at this as like this is an improvement over the original version. So like the baseline for you is a bit more higher, so to speak, you know, because you're like, oh, you're seeing what it's improved over. It's trying to leave a first impression on you, like it was with me.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So what would you say is like the standout like parts or section? Because like for me, my big thing on section tracks is that you don't really have a lot of time to win the person over, so you really got to do something. And there's just nothing in the track that really grips me.
I would say for lap 1, it's definitely when you're above the ground. Well, I mean, it's really small, but we take what we get.
It is quite a small section, yeah.
And then lap 2 is more so you're actually exploring the ruins, so to speak. And then I would argue lap 3 is more like in deep water, like the Crystal Cave, and you get to see the fucking terrifying eel.
The eel is pretty cool. I do remember the eel part. Going above ground is kind of cool. I just don't, again, there's just nothing there that really like just goes, whoa, like, especially because I think it's because it's like nighttime, so like, I don't know, like nighttime can look, I think nighttime can look cool when you're like in a city where there's like, you got all of the lights.
Yeah, to be fair, it does make it look like murky.
Yeah. Like, I think if it had like a nice sunset glow, or even if it was bright daytime, midday, I think it could look quite nice, but it just doesn't really stand out in nighttime, I would say.
Get it the Daisy Circuit skybox.
Yeah, literally. They get like a fusion of the originals and the 8's version, and then there we go. You know, I think we got a good level there. I think we got a good level. S is a big shout. For me, S is like the big dogs, you know, these are the people that are invited to the cookout.
It was like originality, because like Tor was like, oh well, ice cream. It's like the highway was fine, and it was like very cool, and it was just a breath of fresh air.
I think it's just a difference of lenses, isn't it? You're looking at more of this track already existed. I'm looking at how 8 adapted it, whereas I'm looking at it as it's trying to leave a first impression, and an impression it certainly did not leave. But what would you leave? If you had a hot take to leave us with, what would it be? Go for it.
Does it have to be Mario Kart related?
It could be Mario related. Just leave us with a firebomb, and then you can go. That's how we do it.
I prefer Paper Mario Color Splash more than 64.
I don't know anything about Paper Mario, but I do know that's a hot take when it comes to... I know Color Splash is like the bad one. So I do know that is a hot take. If you said Sticker Star, then I might have had to like ban you and be like, oh guys, Kuja's statements is not a reflection of the Muscovite Empire. But it was lovely to chat to you. I'm glad someone likes Cove, because Lord knows I don't. Have a good one, man. Paper Mario Andy's gonna cry. Banned. Oh my fucking lord, what is happening here today? What is happening here today? Not Travis. I like Travis, you were supposed to be the chosen one. Why is lazy so... You got some splaining to do! Oh, Travis, long time no speak.
Well, what if it isn't the Daisy hater?
Long time no speak.
Bitch-ass fucker. What, you want to shit on Daisy some more, huh?
I do every day of the week, Travis. Every day of the week, fam. Oh, to this
Alright,
day.
get your boxing gloves, people. We're gonna fight.
Remember, that's a big shout. If you put it in A, I would have just hand waved it away and made like a snarky comment. This is S. This is like your primo, the creme de la creme, Michelin stars, Travis. Come on, explain it.
All right, listen. This is the main reason why I put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a major Daisy simp.
Oh yeah, I love every game that Daisy's been, including, and let's not forget such hits as. Wow, I love Daisy's games, don't I? Is it the Daisy simpery? Is that what's elevating in your eyes?
It's not just that, but I just like the track itself. I like the little shortcut you take with like the ramp and the glider that you go over with it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those tracks where it just feels simple, but it's just like it just feels really good to like race around in.
I will give it this. I think like the little shortcut, you know, the little shortcut with like ramp. I think shortcuts like that just don't really happen in modern Mario. I feel like modern Mario Kart kind of just toned it back with the shortcuts. They tend to do like a, you know, when they do that big U-turn at the end, they tend to have a bit where you can cut over the grass. They tend not to have like cool shortcuts where like you got some stairs and then you glide. It's kind of nice. I do give it that. It's pretty nice.
If I want to put it lower, I want to put in like an A- or a little bit over like A+. But I don't know. Something in my heart is just like, I gotta put in S, dude. I gotta put in S tier.
And there's no accounting for taste. But LA King brings up a very good point. All right, are you ready for this? If Daisy wasn't in the name, would you still put this in S tier?
Ooh, that's a tough ass point. You got me there. The track can be basic, but like on higher tiers, like on I would say mirror mode or 200cc, it is nice to race around in compared to like Rosalina's Ice World, where it's just like a clusterfuck all over the place.
I agree with you there. At least we hate Ice World. That's for sure. Although
my god.
Trash, I know. You did lose me a little when you said like fun and then put mirror mode in the same sentence though. You did lose me a little bit. Are you like one of 7 people that
so you don't like mirror mode.
Are you like one of 7 people that also like mirror? You're just trying, you know, guys, we found out. Travis is just trolling. We found out, guys. We found
No, I'm not, you bitch! Shut up!
There's no way you like mirror
Fuck
mode.
off! I'm not trolling! Every time you call me trolling, I'm not. I swear to God.
Troll this?
Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna change my name to that from now on. Troll this.
Bruv, you know what? It's always a pleasure having a chat with you, Travis. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before you go?
I'll just say this. For how much I do like the SNES Bowser's Castle track they added in this wave, I do think the music is a little bit overhyped.
Oh, no way. You're one of those? Oh,
like,
come on. It's great.
I love it. It's just, I don't find it as entertaining compared to, like, any other Bowser tracks, especially, like, the one we already have in 8.
Oh, you've broken my heart. You've broken my heart. That's unbelievable. Okay, in all fairness, though, 8's one is, like, phenomenal as well. But, maybe I'm just smoking that, like, Bowser Castle copium just the same way you're smoking the Daisy Circle one. I'm just happy we finally got a good SNES track remake. I'm just really happy about it. Because they insist on bringing a track from this game back every fucking game. So they might as well start being good, right? So I'm just happy. I'm just really happy it's good, you know?
Listen, bud, I still despise SNES Mario Circuit 3 for the longest time. I'm just glad we got something good for once.
I mean, like, at least we left it on an agreement. And as always, Travis, it's fun talking to you. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there, gamers. If it wasn't for SNES BC3 and Rainbow Road, I think this would have been one hell of a downer way.
In all honesty, I'm just really happy they made a good Super Nintendo track. And that's Mario Kart 8. Some of my opinions have changed over time, so we'll be doing a 96 track ranking video, finalizing Mario Kart 8 once and for all. If you want to see my old takes before I make it, I've got a playlist right there of all my Mario Kart 8 related videos, and then one down here if you want to see some other Mario Kart games. There's plenty of Mario Kart here to go around. I like this snuddie, by the way. I decided to buy a snuddie, and it's like really warm. It's like the Homer Simpson meme one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all that good jazz. Until next time, there's your lot.